that music so fucking loud? That's much better. Holy shit. Hold up. I can't use this fucking music. Jesus Christ, there's a fucking copyright clause to it. Oh, this is infuriating. I cannot stand these fucking new, like, every single person is trying to get fucking a cent off of it. Well, they work hard though. They worked hard. Let's see. There we go. Let's use this. Thank God. Here, back. Fucking tell me about it. Tell me about it, CB. Jesus Christ.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
I guess so, right? CB has content strike me before. Did it as a meme. I found it hilarious that I lost $1,000 because of him. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? I'm just joking, CB. It was just a joke. I'm just being, I'm just being me. Annoying, facetious, grandstanding, narcissistic, whatever like negative terms you want to apply to me. I'll take it all. How's it going? Dude, I just fucking hate when there's things on my like grime on my keyboard and dog hair. It's so annoying. It's technically have royalty music you can use, but it's mid. Hey, let's go. Wait, what the fuck? Hey. I don't fucking DJ here, man. I can't wait until we start our own little podcast so I can ignore the chat, CB. Oh. It feels so good ignoring the chat sometimes. Especially when no one talks on it. We're a small time streamer and let's just ignore the chat. What's just your little word? Pay attention to me. You know? I may seem like I'm in a good mood, but I'm not. But like today I woke up and as soon as I saw my phone, I got an alert and immediately.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
What a fucking tragic time we have here, man. It's fucking sickening. This chapter, I did not write most notes down, but I've got some things in mind that I want to talk about. So it wouldn't be like, it's not gonna be super long. I'm not gonna sit here and like drag along the topic too long because I'm sure every single person that you're watching, every single news outlet is covering the current mass shooting that happened at an elementary school at that. Elementary school. You can't make this shit up, folks. You cannot make this shit up.
Emotional damage.
That's all we feel, man. That's all we feel every day in this godforsaken fucking country, man. And look, land of the opportunity for some deprived cesspool, third world developing, poverty-stricken country for most.
Bruh.
I feel like a radio host doing those sound effects. I'm thinking about more. I'm thinking about adding more. There's some other sound effects that sound bites that I heard that I want to use myself. That'll be fun too. And check it out, guys. New glasses. I'm getting my fit on. Hopefully we can get into that CIA money. I hope the stream doesn't come back to bite me in the ass if I like for some reason like blow up or anything. Like, look. GXC said it. He's a CIA asset. can't even spell CIA. Oh, hope everyone's doing fine. Everyone's doing good. Just gonna probably monologue it most of the time, most of this, because of course, you know, why not? That's what we do here. That's what I do here. I monologue it. Matter of fact, let me make this a little bit smaller too, because sometimes it covers up my face a little too much. Like Vulture's eyes showed up to help make people feel more terrified as they went to check on their children. Really? Is there video of that? I'm sure there's body cam footage of it too that we're never gonna see. But it's another day in America, right? I've seen plenty of fucking terrible ass videos when it comes to law enforcement. Oof. Not pretty. This is coffee, by the way. No alky tonight. Megan Harris was commenting on it. Jesus Christ. I mean, it's just gonna develop into further and further chaos. It just gets worse. It gets worse. Like elementary kids, babies, literal babies, literal our babies. You know, the bright hope and future of this country are always targeted in this country. For what reason? Why? Don't let a good crisis go to waste. Hey, pal, ain't that right, politicians? Right? Don't let any sort of crisis go to waste. You can throw in your thoughts and prayers and your grandstanding and your grandiose speeches, but it amounts to nothing because nothing changed. Nothing mattered. It's just getting worse. We're fucking 18-year-old kids hurting babies. For what? For what purposes? Because we're a mentally deprived country. We don't take our mental health seriously. And it shows in our culture, right? We ostracize and we hate. We ostracize. We lambaste. We put forth the effort to remove certain people from our culture mentally, and then they check out, and then they do crazy shit like this, and then we end up with this situation. Just a failure. Just a failure. Just a straight failure country. We don't take mental health seriousness in this country. Like the first thing, like, yeah, of course, the shooter's a big piece of shit. But there's something else like dawned on me. Why are these like crazy deranged fools showing up out of nowhere at the ripe old age of 18? And they decide they're gonna carry on basically their own mini genocide. Oh, of course, because their upbringing was shit. They had a terrible upbringing. They didn't have the improper guidance. They didn't have the influences that most of us had. You know, to make sure that we don't end up like those ghouls, right? Of course, to burn in hell, fuck the shooter, blah, blah, blah. Like, what makes this country so abhorrent? Someone give me the answer to that. Someone give me the answer to that. There's no answer to that. There's no answer to it. So we kind of hinting at it. Most of you probably can come up with a reasonable answer. And I'm going to mark all of the above. To every answer that you put into my question, all of the above. It is crazy, man. Shit is crazy. But hold up, GXG. The only way to solve a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun.
Nope.
It's just not the answer. You're going to make the good guy basically go through a traumatic experience in which he has to take the life of a literal kid in an all-out chaotic situation. And you don't think that's going to scar that person for the rest of their life, thus basically pushing him over the steps into the cataclysm of maybe becoming the actual perpetrator of the same violence that he or she decided to stop. Maybe it's a slippery slope fallacy, but who knows? I'm just being me, just spitting, just spitballing here. You know what I'm saying? It starts with C, ends with it, ends with a capitalism first and foremost. Hey, that's a huge problem. There's another C word. There's another C word too that we always, besides the issue of like of capitalism, which is of course the all-encompassing behemoth of a monstrosity that's been affecting our country, and just contributing to the slow and decadent decay of the other C word that we tend to ignore: culture. American culture at its fullest. This is becoming more and more intertwined with our culture. It's becoming more and more apparent that we can't ignore it anymore. And it's not just like some culture of like, oh, you know, most feeble-minded people would think, oh, like gang violence, gang culture, evil people. It's a culture of ignoring the mental health and the mental health strife and the mental health issues that we all face as children coming up. Stop coercing kids to go to school, give them alternatives. There's true that. I'm all for a public school system, but I'm not for it to be forced at all. You know, just to cover the basics. I don't want the cashier to give me like you know, the wrong amount of change back, even though the computers do it now. But you get what I'm going with that. Everyone should have at least a baseline of education, in my opinion. You know, you could differ it, but I'm burning my opinion currently. 18-year-old dude. Now at least it's said to be 18 kids that 18 kids who have passed. 18 kids who have passed. What did Brandon gave a speech? Oh, Brandon gave a speech, huh? I'm sure most of you like already covered this. Okay, let's move forward. Let's see what Brandon got to say. Come on, Biden. Ooh. Does he fumble the bag? Not bag. Oh, yeah. Does he fumble it? We're gonna find out as soon as Twitter videos loads. As soon as Twitter video loads. Well, what's going on here? Come on. I don't want to play copyrighted music again. There we go. Jesus Christ, his face.
Good evening,
ladies and gentlemen.
I'd hoped when I became president I would not have to do this again.
You know damn well when you became the president of America, this shit was going to happen. At least 60,000th time, the 100th time in this goddamn country. Shit, you can basically make your presidency about every single mass shooting that goes on, and you have something to talk about every day. Every day.
Another massacre. Uvalde, Texas. An elementary school. Beautiful, innocent, second, third, fourth graders. And how many scores of little children who witness what happened see their friends die as if they're on a battlefield, for God's sake. They'll live with it the rest of their lives. There's a lot we don't know yet. There's a lot we do know. The parents who will never see their child again, never have them jump in bed and cuddle with them. Parents who will never be the same. To lose a child is like having a piece of your soul ripped away. There's a hollowness in your chest. You feel like you're being sucked into it and never going to be able to get out. Suffocating. It's never quite the same. It's a feeling shared by the siblings and the grandparents and the family members and the community that's left behind. Scripture says, Jill and I have talked about this in different contexts, in other contexts. The Lord is near to the brokenhearted and saves the crushed in spirit. So many crushed spirits. So tonight, I ask the nation to pray for them. Give the parents and siblings the strength.
Bruh.
It's our method of coping with atrocities has to stop. This way of how we kind of whisk away the larger issues and kind of excuse our cultural faults and our cultural negligence, especially when it comes to like raising our children in this country. We whisk away most of our problems with a ribbon, the ribbon of of religion, the ribbon of just saying that, we just, we're just gonna, the only thing we could do now is to give our prayers, right? And granted, that's the only thing you can do in the aftermath of things. That's all you can do. I think that the deed has been done. Not even the deed. It's already, whatever happened has already happened. As much as you can do. But as people who hold power, there's preventative measures that you can basically set in place to help basically try to prevent this issue from continuing on in this country. I can't even speak. I can't even speak today. I can't fucking speak today for some reason. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm getting dementia or something like that. But I do feel empathy. I lose this kid in like a vague spiritual way. Of course. No one should lose their children. No parent should be gone. No parent should die before their kids. No parent should die for their kids. I 100% agree. And that includes Joe Biden. Even if you dislike him, it's just not fair. It's just not right. It's just not the way it's supposed to be in our mind. But my biggest issue right now, especially with all these politicians, they're just telling you fluffy words. They're giving you the I'm losing my words for it. Just carry it about it. I can't right now. I can't even.
As a nation, we have to ask, when in God's name are we going to stand up to the gun lobby? When in God's name we do what we all know in our gut needs to be done? It's been 3,448 days.
You're the fucking president of the United States of America. You have the ear of multiple lobbyists, multiple unions, a better portion of this country, and then you ask the question. You pose the question: what are we gonna do about the gun lobbies? You're the motherfucking president. Make things happen. Put your fucking foot down. If this is the way that liberals want to answer their issue and want to tackle on and basically pin it all on the gun lobbies, then make an effort to do something about it. Don't just question it and just wipe your hands clean with it. It's not going to fix anything. It doesn't fix anything. Be about the action that you speak of, especially when you hold power, because all you're doing is just a snake oil salesman. Snake oil salesman is a bad analogy. Like I said, I can't talk today, but I'm trying. Okay, trying. It's not a real. I should put it chapter 1.5 instead of 2. I might change it to chapter 1.5. Because I should have wrote down notes for this. I actually did wrote down notes for this, and then the next day, obviously, of course, in this country, another mass shooting occurs. And again, our children are affected by it.
10 years since I stood up at a high school in Connecticut, a grade school in Connecticut, where another gunman massacred 26 people, including 20 first graders at Sandy Hook Elementary School. Since then, there have been over 900 incidents of gunfires reported on school grounds. Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida. Santa Fe High School in Texas. Oxford High School in Michigan. The list goes on, and the list grows when it includes mass shootings at places like movie theaters, houses of worship, as we saw just 10 days ago at a grocery store in Buffalo, New York. I am sick and tired of it. We have to act. And don't tell me we can't have an impact on this carnage. I spent my career as a senator and a vice president working to pass common sense gun laws. We can and won't prevent every tragedy, but we know they work and have positive impact. When we passed the assault weapons ban, mass shootings went down. When the law expired, mass shootings tripled. The idea that an 18-year-old kid can walk into a gun store and buy 2 assault weapons is just wrong. What in God's name do you need an assault weapon for except to kill someone? Deer aren't running through the forest with Kevlar vests on, for God's sake. It's just sick. And the gun manufacturers have spent 2 decades aggressively marketing assault weapons, which make them the most and largest profit. For God's sake, we have to have the courage to stand up to the industry. Here's what else I know. Most Americans support common sense laws, common sense gun laws. I just got off a trip from Asia, meeting with Asian leaders. And I learned of this while I was on the aircraft. And what struck me on that 17-hour flight, what struck me was these kinds of mass shootings rarely happen anywhere else in the world.
This is your country. This is the country. Like, see, look, it struck the president of the United States, who's been living for 70 plus years, that our country is the only one that has to deal with this massive situation. The light bulb is not cut on yet, has it? For some reason, the president of the United States was like, what? Why is it only happening here in America? Bruh. All of us. Look, listen, this is what we are. And this is what we might be in the near future. Oh, no, fuck it. We are this right now. This is what we are.
You're a victim. There we go, CSI.
You're a victim of these negligent, malfeasant politicians who, like, day to day's job is to help and prevent you. It's to help you carry upon your life in a comfortable and meaningful manner in which you can just, live in America. But now it's just, I'm being flustered, man. This is just starting getting hard on me too. This is fucking stupid. There's certain things I want to say, but I can't say it. Jesus Christ.
They have mental health problems. They have domestic disputes in other countries. They have people who are lost. But these kinds of mass shootings never happen with the kind of frequency they happen in America. Why? Why are we willing to live with this carnage? Why do we keep letting this happen? Where in God's name is our backbone to have the courage to deal with it and stand up to the lobbies?
You can't. There is no backbone in this country. We're a bunch of, it's just filled with a bunch of spineless idiots who oftentimes trying to finesse one another. That's the basis of this country. That's the basis of most of our government, especially in which, when the opposing sides, the left and right, decide to like bicker amongst each other, and then nothing happens, and then we end up back to square one.
It's time to turn this pain into action for every parent, for every citizen in this country. We have to make it clear to every elected official in this country. It's time to act. It's time for those who obstruct or delay or block the common sense gun laws. We need to let you know that we will not forget. We can do so much more. We have to do more. Our prayer tonight is for those parents lying in bed and trying to figure out, will I be able to sleep again?
No.
What do I say to my other children? What happens tomorrow? May God bless the loss of innocent life on this sad day. And may the Lord be near the brokenhearted and save those crushed in spirit, because they're going to need a lot of help and a lot of our prayers. God love you.
Information, a Texas state senator briefed by Texas Rangers says 18 children were killed. 18 children. That's up from 14. And 3 adults are now among the dead. The suspected shooter is an 18-year-old man. The governor says he is dead and may have been killed by responding officers. Investigators say he went into that school with a gun and possibly a rifle. They also believe he acted alone.
This happened at Robb Elementary School in the city of Uvalde, just 80 miles west of San Antonio, around noon. Surrounding schools were also placed on lockdown. And here's a live look at the scene right now. Heavy police presence into the evening. As of now, there is no word of a possible motive. CBS reporter Jason Allen has more on this breaking story.
An army of local and federal authorities
There has to be. There has to be. I wouldn't be surprised if this deranged psychopath didn't have a manifesto in himself. Or he was basically, how do I say this? He was inspired by the previous mass shooter and decided to carry acts of his own. That happens. Copycats. That happens a lot. People want their name to be known. People want that attention because they're deprived of it. And deprivation of necessary attention for an individual mixed with, catalyze with this ongoing culture of basically ignoring mental health, ignoring multiple signs that a person is about to commit a heinous act, equals this. Babies. What in a person's right mind? What person in their right mind would decide to target children, the most innocent, most vulnerable among us? I guess my answer to that is because they've lost their own innocence. They lost their vulnerability, and they decided to take it out on unfortunately on others because they were deprived of that themselves growing up in this fucking hellscape of a country that we live in. That's only one factor. That's not the end all be all answer. But that's one answer. That's one conclusion that I'm led to. I'm led to because this individual, this fucking insane, crazed lunatic, was deprived of their innocence, their vulnerability, the lack of attention, the necessary attention to at least be a culpable citizen in this country. That led him to this very same conclusion that he's going to deprive others of that very same thing he was never afforded. Think about that. We have to peel the surface layer. We have to peel the political layer of what's going on here. You know, we can play this ping pong game of politics of what policies to implement, what who's supposed to say what is supposed to go on. But there's a deep rooted issue in this country when it comes to our own ignorance of those around us. It's not 100%. Even if this person could have just like snapped, right? Could have had everything that they could have desired in this country, and they could still snap. That happens, of course. All right, we're not swimming. We're not swimming in the kiddie pool of binary thought that things are black and white. We're swimming in the ocean of nuance. I'll always say this, and My goal here, especially with this political black pill, is to sit back and to see, like, okay, this is an ongoing occurrence. Why? Why? We could think of policies to the fucking cows come home, till the sun goes down. We could think of all these things to be somewhat a political bandage to this huge issue. But if we don't attack it as a community, as a whole nation together, to at least take the step forward to improve our thinking, to improve our way of viewing one another. This is just we're just, as a culture, as a nation, we're just gonna keep regressing until it's complete anarchy, complete chaos. Not anarchy in the sense of, like, you know, the ideology of, but in sense of, like, complete and utter chaos. I'm guessing this is why a lot of political commentators, bad faith factors, good faith factors, people who you respect and admire, all say that it's an impending civil war coming. Because they're starting to see the trends within our own country, culturally. Yeah, not a stateless society, but crisis. Yeah, that's what I meant by anarchy. I didn't mean like an anarchist sense. Like, that's a whole different spectrum in itself. But what I mean is we're in utter chaos. It's not getting any better. Most people have already checked out. That's how fucking numb they are to these current events. That's how numb we all are to these current events. How many of you guys picked up on your phone and saw what happened and was like, oh, of course, another day in America? I know I did. I picked up the phone, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I was like, fuck. Again? Babies? What the fuck is it now? You know? My mind immediately went to, like, of course.
Urged on Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, Texas this afternoon. Here, police say an 18-year-old gunman went on a shooting rampage, killing at least 14 children and one teacher. The Texas governor identified the shooter as Salvador Ramos. He's from the area and died at the scene.
It's believed that he abandoned his vehicle and entered into the Robb Elementary School in Uvalde with a handgun, and he may have also had a rifle.
Local officials say the gunman also injured several others, including students and adults. 2 officers responding to the scene were hit by gunfire.
Families are being notified, and we are providing services to them. We do want to keep all our families in their prayers. I hope you do as well.
The local civic center is now a reunification center for parents and their children. About 600 students attend Robb Elementary. Their school year was set to end.
Look at that child that, like, walks out, right? Here's the thing. And, you know, basically this is public indication, public information. Especially if they decided to not blur out this child's face. Oh, wait, I didn't fucking show what's going on. I'm sorry about that. Anyways, look at this child, right? Imagine that's you. Okay, imagine for a second, just step back for a second and think, how the fuck is this child gonna grow up seeing the fucking carnage? Literally witnessing the carnage. In this country, we like to hide what really goes on with human beings behind a thin veil, a thin white veil, where you could just see silhouettes, right? But imagine witnessing this event. Imagining being in a school as a child, or being you know what? Let's say you're a teacher. You're just teaching kids. Hell, you're a volunteer teacher. You decided to volunteer. You wanted to teach math, right? And you just, having fun, trying to teach the kids about adding and subtracting, playing around with apples and, like, trying to formulate some sort of, like, curriculum to help these students excel or understanding the basis of mathematics, right? This is what you're doing. And you've been passionate about it. And all of a sudden, you see another adult walk in. This adult is fucking deranged and just decided to shoot at the very same babies that you're taught. Those smiling faces are now basically lifeless children. You don't think that scars people for the rest of their lives? You don't think those kids that survived this fucking atrocity, that their minds are not going to be fucked up? That some of them are not going to grow up to be just the same very person that took the lives of their friends? How are they? Think about this. Think about the mental arithmetic and calculus that your adult brain does, and basically bringing yourself into a conclusion in which you can kind of put some puzzle pieces together to make sense of things. All right. Now remove all that, and now you have a brain of a child a child that can't put the pieces together well enough to establish a narrative that can make sense to them and make them feel some sort of, I don't want to say comfort. Put you in homeostasis. Put you in a sense where, like, okay, this is probably the reason why this happened. When a child doesn't know, they're grabbing pieces and trying to put them together. Maybe I'm a bad kid. Maybe this is what happened. This is why it happened. I'm a bad kid. Think about it for a second. That's exactly. Think about this is you stepping into the shoes of these children, right? Even if you're an adult present of this carnage, right? Maybe the adult's like, oh, fuck, of course, this fucking country has a gun rights problem, a gun problem, a mental issue problem, health problem. You know all this, at least to a certain degree. Every American does. And any American who tells you this, that they don't, is lying to you. Every American knows this is an issue. It's an underlying issue that we all choose to ignore. It inconveniences our heads, our mental space, our mental capacity from all the other things and all the other bullshit that we like to fill up our fucking heads with. With those children, nope. Nope. You're at work and you get a text message. There's an active shooter at your child's school. Your fucking heart sinks. The first immediate thing you want to do, especially in Texas, a gun-toting state, where almost at least one person has like 5 guns like to their name. You want to go home, grab your gun, and try to save your baby, right? But then you know, oh shit, if I show up like that, then the police show up, I'm gone. Irregardless, because they don't know what's going on. What is this? What's up? What's Andrew Yang doing? Every day, something good happens. What? Impeccable timing as usual. Jesus Christ, dude. Oof. Big oof.
Their school year was set to end Thursday. Jason Allen, CBS News.
A week before the end of the school year. When children are most excited. We're getting the fuck out of here. Holy shit. We're getting out of prison. That's what you thought this when you were a kid. We're getting out of prison. Finally. No more fucking homework. No more studying for tests. I could just go and play and be a child. Be a human child. You know? I can get on and play Roblox. I could play Fortnite. I could play some Call of Duty. Fuck yes. I can go home. Relax for a bit. You know? Find ways to play outside. Find ways to go watch a movie at my friend's house. Spend the night. Have some sleepovers. 1 week away and this motherfucker took that away from him.
Dallas.
Here's another live look at the scene in Uvalde, Texas. Again, we're following that breaking news of a shooting at an elementary school. As Sarah just mentioned just moments ago, a Texas state senator briefed by Texas Rangers says 18 children were killed. That's up from 14. 3 adults also among the dead, and authorities say the gunman is also dead. Several others are also injured. No word yet on any possible motive. The president ordered the White House flags to be lowered to half-staff in remembrance of the victims killed in that shooting.
Liberal grandstanding at his finest. Liberal grandstanding. What the fuck is the lowering the half-mast? Okay. Look at the game that's being played here. Look at the politicians doing what politicians do best. Then never letting a good crisis go to waste, especially when they can score political points. You're the motherfucking president of the United States. If you wanted to, you could do some real damage on these people that you so-called dislike. But nope, this is just all for the cameras. When the cameras turn off and you sit down on your Oval desk, glad that's over. Maybe the president. I'm not gonna give all Biden. I'm not gonna give Biden so much of the brunt of the blame. There are 300 plus Congress people, and what are they gonna do? Besides bicker with each other on Twitter to make you people think that they're against each other, what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? They know this issue's it's been going on, ravaging this country like fucking crazy. They know it. What is your congressman going to do? What is your senator going to do? It really, most of the burden should rely on them because these are their states. Especially Texas. The blizzard, mass shootings, border, immigrant abuse. Basically, propped up concentration camps for immigrants. These are the state rights that these people are, the conservatives are fighting for. What are they going to do? This is what Ted Cruz is going to do. This is what they're going to do. It's the same talking points over and over and over again because it means nothing. It does nothing.
Constitutional.
And that's the best position a politician could be at. Doing nothing.
We know from past experience that the most effective tool for keeping kids safe is armed law enforcement on the campus. You know, inevitably, when there's a murder of this kind, you see politicians try to politicize it.
The irony in that fucking statement, bro. The irony in that fucking statement. Literally, seconds after, you're going to see... The only way to deter this is if we have armed, trained guards at every fucking school. So, a prison. What? Basically, children, almost against their will, to a degree, placed in a building in which they cannot leave until a given time period, luckily, where, you know, they have scheduled blocks in which they're supposed to be sit there and indoctrinated by courses, you know, certain courses that doesn't stimulate their mind, deprives them of their creativity. Not so much in elementary school. Further up, this happens more and more. It just makes them a good little worker. That's a whole different subject.
You see Democrats and a lot of folks in the media whose immediate solution is to try to restrict the constitutional rights of law-abiding citizens. That doesn't work.
It doesn't. It doesn't. Zero self-awareness. You're completely right about that.
From past
You're 100% right. You're 100% right. What is he going to do, though? It's his state. Another Cancun trip? Probably another Cancun trip. Cancun looking mighty fine right now. You know, the weather's pretty hot, pretty nice and toasty. You know, good for dipping in the ocean. What are your politicians going to do? What are you going to do about it? Most Americans forget that the things that happen around in their countries, they gotta let it happen. But we're so wrapped up and tied with our own lives that it's difficult to find a time. I can't stand this shit, man. I can't stand it. It's all fun and games to them. My bet, 3 or 4 days from now, no one's gonna be talking about this. God, it's just so fucking, it's so exhausting. It's so exhausting.
President.
Apparently this is being rotated, circled around.
Mr. President, there are 14 kids dead in an elementary school in Texas right now. What are we doing? What are we doing? Just days after a shooter walked into a grocery store to gun down African American patrons, we have another Sandy Hook on our hands. What are we doing? There have been more mass shootings than days in the year. Our kids are living in fear every single time they set foot in a classroom because they think they're going to be next. What are we doing? Why do you spend all this time running for the United States Senate? Why do you go through all the hassle of getting this job, of putting yourself in a position of authority, if your answer is that as this slaughter increases, as our kids run for their lives, we do nothing? What are we doing? Why are you here?
To collect cash. To collect cash. Did y'all hear that? It's to collect cash. That's the only reason why they're there. You think they became senators to help people? Ha! No, it's the law in their pockets. You think this you think this speech is going to change anything? Do you really think so?
Nope.
That's heartfelt. That's good. Let's listen to the rest of it. What did I tell you? Nothing. Who is this on? Congress. Most of it's on Congress. Every single senator, every single congressperson. No matter what the fuck the political aisle they lean on or they sit on. It's all there. It's on them. What am I doing? Why y'all here? What the fuck is the purpose? Yeah.
If not to solve a problem as existential as this. This isn't inevitable. These kids weren't unlucky. This only happens in this country and nowhere else. Nowhere else do little kids go to school thinking that they might be shot that day. Nowhere else do parents have to talk to their kids, as I have had to do, about why they got locked into a bathroom and told to be quiet for 5 minutes just in case a bad man entered that building. Nowhere else does that happen except here in the United States of America, and it is a choice. It is our choice to let it continue. What are we doing?
This motherfucker wrote this shit this was like a note in a bathroom. He wrote that shit on a napkin in a bathroom before he came out. Holy shit, guys. Nothing's gonna happen. He's already answered the question. They just sat there and do shit. They don't do nothing. No. Term limits will be getting rid of shitty senators and Supreme Court justices. Congress should not be able to accept money during the term in office and other than government salaries. Hey, they'll just find other means. They'll just find loopholes. Wait, you think removing money off politics is going to solve all the issues? That's going to mediate it a lot. It's going to make some substantial damage. I'll give you that. But you don't think these same motherfuckers who've already built in major loopholes in legislations before are not going to do that if they implement like a campaign finance contributions or anything? No, they're just going to find another loophole. This is what I'm talking about here. It's a systemic issue. There's a root evil that has not been plucked out. And you can remove all the branches you want, but the tree keeps growing. The tree of corruption keeps growing. The very root is too deep and ingrained in this country because it's been growing for decades upon centuries of this country's birth. The tree of evil. And all they're opposing is small little trims and branches. And guess what? 2 more branches grow from that. Most of you already know the answer. Most of you know the root cause of most of this evil that goes on in this country. It's already been spoken. We can speak about it to the day's end. But there's nothing going to happen. This is why I sit there and I always tell people, I'm politically checked out. I took the political black pill, and I'm sick and tired of it. I'm tired of. I'll play the game. Of course, it's fun to see the car. I'll just sit back and watch the car crash. Pull up my chair. That's what I'm doing. It's up to you, me. If you want to be more politically active, involved, you're better than me. Then you're obviously better than me. I mean, that's sarcastically. You know, you're being active. I'm not going to do that. Yeah, depends on the scenario, but it's already drained from within me, and I'm sick of it. I'm completely sick of it.
Drinking.
There's no speech on the Senate floor that's going to sway the hearts of these deprived ghouls and senators. They've already cast a check from the gun lobbyists, the boogeyman of what's been going on. They've already cast that check. It's not going to change. Law enforcement? You said law enforcement is going to help? You said Army law enforcement in our school is going to help. What do you think law enforcement do to people that they think are suspicious, even though they're doing normal everyday tasks? I'll show you what law enforcement does. You want to see what law enforcement does? I'll show you what law enforcement does. I'll show you. No, stop the music. Stop the music. I'll show you what law enforcement does. Let's see what law enforcement does. You want these people protecting your kids? It's small for a reason. I can't change that. As much as we're trying to enlarge it, it just doesn't happen.
At home? You straight? You need a ride somewhere? Hey, look.
This is Texas, by the way.
We just want to make sure you're all right. We just want to make sure you're all right.
What you are about to see is police in Plano, Texas go on a power trip to harass an 18-year-old who just got off work.
Sir, you need to talk to us, okay? Sir.
I'm good, bro.
Can you calm down? All right? Sir.
Because he is walking in the street. Meanwhile, because of the failures of the state's government, sidewalks are covered in snow.
We just trying to figure out where you're going.
Home, I just said that.
Ooh.
Whoa, you okay, dude?
Watch out, man.
Where's home at?
Do you want us to just give you a ride?
No, I'm good. I do this every night, literally.
Just going home from work. In a snow-covered Texas. In Texas. Covered in snow. Just going home from work. These are the people you want protecting your children? These are the law enforcement that's going to help protect and keep the peace around your elementary school kids. These fucks. This is Texas, by the way.
On my friend's roof.
So they continue to press him.
You ain't cold or nothing?
No.
With that cheap shirt on?
I'm good.
What's your name, man?
They try playing nice.
Huh? You don't know? Can you just stop and talk to us for a minute?
Bro.
Do you mind?
In the middle of the night,
We're just trying to make sure you're
Ma'am,
okay.
don't touch
We're trying to
me.
make sure you're okay. We're trying to make sure you're okay. Sir?
No, what?
We're fine.
No, what?
We're doing an investigation.
I don't care. I'm going home.
You were officially detained.
No.
Yes,
Sir.
yes you are.
Bro. Stop. Just relax.
Just relax, all right?
Just relax.
We're just trying to talk
But
to you.
I got an anger problem. Please get off me. Y'all not, no.
so this is the crap they pull.
Please just let me go.
Wow, you're really making this worse right now.
We're trying
Honestly.
to do that.
Okay, he's back. All right. It's not.
And before you conservative sycophants who see a black person being detained and immediately think that they see something no good, all the charges have been dropped. The court found that the cops were negligent in this case and decided to reprimand him for only a month. And it's been shown that he oftentimes just walks home. these are the people you want to watch your kids. You know what? At this point in America, like, yeah, it's like being black is a crime, but also being an American is a crime. White, black, you think law enforcement gives a fuck anymore? Yeah. If you're just an other in this country, the badge gang will come after you. The state sanctioned gang will come after you. You could be some poor white kid who just going home. Just finish his shit at McDonald's and decide to go home. They're gonna still fuck with you too. They're gonna fuck with you more if you're black, but they're gonna fuck with you too. You're not safe. You think you're pale and skinny, you're gonna be safe in this country?
Nope.
Nope. This is what you are.
You're a victim.
Realize it.
Here we go, CSI.
Realize you're a victim. Only a month. Only a month. Only a month. This person says, I grew up in a city, Philly. There's the most gun violence in history here. Right now, 13-year-olds doing drive-by shooting, etc. Why is it the only time the left gets outraged or asks for gun reform is when it happens in right-wing areas?
May Allah awaken the people and help them to see the evil doings of Israel and the United States.
This dude fell for it. They got your ass. They got your ass hating other people or hating the left. They've got you. They got you. They got you. They got you. They got you hating the left. You don't think that they were calling for the gun reforms with the mass shooting happening in your own city? You don't think the liberals did that? You don't think that the right, the conservatives use this to say that, oh, look at these private liberal gang-ridden cities and their violence and mass shootings? Stop playing their game. You just keep injecting that bullshit into your veins, and now you turn yourself into a reactionary. Congratulations, you played yourself. Every single time. It's this divisiveness has no bounds. People want to play sports with their politics. These people are not, as conservative as you think you are, these people are not your friends. They will throw you under the bus in a moment's notice. Look at the left. If the left is any indicator, you think the right, that doesn't happen in the right wing? Bruh. Come on, you fell for it. You fucking fell for it. That's all you are. One day you're gonna figure out the truth about this shit. That it's
Lies. All lies.
It's all lies. It's all lies just to play with you, just to grift you. But you know what? Keep playing. Keep injecting into your veins until one day you'll actually become just keep playing their games. Oh my God, this is just so fucking disheartening, man.
Who's
No one has the answers to this. Not me. I'm not going to pretend to have the answers to it. What I feel is what I think my job, what I've come to the conclusion of my current job per se in doing this is just to push you a little bit further away from this nightmare we're living in. Okay? You don't have to play a cheerleader for these teams. You don't. You could be an individual. A lot of the conservatives think that they're like free thinkers, but they've been robbed of their free thoughts long time ago. Because you want to play the point at the left, and the left wants to point at the right. Guess who wins out? Your boss does. Your boss's boss who pays off the politicians. Those who win. They win at this issue. Hand clean. The idiots are fighting amongst each other. They left the vault open. Let's go loot the fuck out of that shit. But you want to point at black people. Oh, look at the gang violence. You want to point at white people. Oh, they're supremacists depriving us of the things that we can have. Meanwhile, your pockets. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Sooner or later, people are going to realize that's the issue. Remember what I was talking about, like how, you know, to put yourself into the situation of the teachers and how they feel right now. Because this is the outcome of what goes on right here. For those who haven't heard, who haven't had their ear to the ground, I apologize for what follows. I don't care if I get downvoted. Whatever, this is Reddit. Downvote is a thing. Today, an 18-year-old went into elementary school in Uvalde, Texas, and murdered 15 people. It's 18 now, but the numbers have been just released. 14 of those were children, age 8 to 10. A teacher was also killed. I am a first-year teacher in North Texas, and this has hit me harder than any other previous shootings. I am brokenhearted. Because the reason why is because a lot of Americans think that they are detached from what goes on in their country. You know, there could be a shooting down the street. As long as you're not involved, you shrug your shoulders to it. Because we've lost empathy in this country. The fact that this is the only country in the world where this happens on a regular basis, and that our fucking governors and politicians have their head up so far at their asses they can lick their own tonsils, leaves me literally shaking with rage. Fuck your Second Amendment, fuck your open carry, fuck every piece of shit that allows this to happen every fucking month. There's a special place in hell for people like you. Kids had 2 days left of school. Teachers looking forward to break, vacations, piano lessons, sports games, playing with their sprinklers, going to the pool, eating ice cream with grandma. Simple plans for a summer dash. Lives snuffed out with no regard. So much as if the guns are an issue in this country, it's the gun culture around it was the biggest issue. Don't let we can't have it. Don't let you can't have it. But anything that makes an American inconvenience is the worst thing on the planet. They rather murder children than be inconvenienced to the fact that you can't have a gun at 18 years old. Now, you can't have a sip of liquor legally until 21, but for some reason you could hold a firearm? In a liberal sense. If you want to shoot a firearm so bad, why don't we just have it where if you're under a certain age, you have to go to a certain sanctioned place with people who have the proper training, have their own little stores, and you can shoot away, you know, until your wallet's burn empty. Nope. We as a species evolved far enough to create these instruments of terror and fear, right? We've evolved to the point in which we can basically create cataclysm after cataclysm after cataclysm after chaos events. We evolved to that point. But what hasn't evolved is the way we interpret the very same tools that we create and their utter destructiveness. It is now that we've learned that we are the guinea pigs of a society trying to find itself, trying to find reason within itself. Here's what I mean. We have all these advances in technology, but for some odd reason, we keep ignoring the negative effects of the said technology, whether it being guns, social media. You can fill in the blank yourself. Our brains haven't, and we haven't even made the effort as well. Most of us, some of you guys are already there mentally to catch up with today's day and age. And it's becoming more and more apparent in our conversations that we have online, right? And also, this is also true for conversations you have in person with one another. We haven't evolved communicatively, socially, mentally. We haven't evolved yet from like our primal sense of continually to ostracize one another to form our own little cliques and groups. Whereas if we share the same planet, we all have to live in this fucking this giant ball of water and rock going in thousands and thousands of miles through the other vastness of space. And most people haven't realized that in the grand scheme of things, most of the things that we hold dear to ourselves, as material as they are insignificant because we haven't cracked the egg yet. A lot of people like to think we do. A lot of these billionaires are playing around and playing around with the thought. They're thinking that they're cracking the egg and we actually can be born ourselves into a society into a universe that is worthy of that we can find worthiness in. Think of all the regressive things, the regressive cultural norms that we have just to set us in place, keep our feet planted here. And all we do is just murder each other. Our kids are fucked up. Our adults are way fucked up. Way more fucked up. Than what any damage a kid can do. Another mass shooting after another mass shooting. With other things going on in the background as we're playing games with another nuclear power and we're thinking that this is like some teeter-tatter game. We're toddlers with dynamites running around at this point. That's the only way I can see it now. Most of the westernized countries, the countries that basically embolden fervent corruptive capitalism, there's just toddlers with hand grenades. And the fuse is yet to blow. And the fuse is yet to blow within them, like explode, right? So I don't know. For those of you who are actually listening, hopefully you can keep that in mind the next time you get upset about certain things. I don't know why Alexa went off. Military age is gun age. It shouldn't be. Raise the gun age to 35. Raise it to 35. That way people can celebrate their 35th birthday with a fucking handgun. I don't fucking know. I'm just spitballing here at this point. You're not gonna have a country whose basically mindset is below adolescence, armed to the teeth. Like I said, it's a toddler with a stick of dynamite with the fuse lit. That's what this country is. There is some law-abiding citizens, law-abiding gun-holding citizens. Of course, I even advocate for. I'm even an advocate for the Second Amendment. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pro Second Amendment. But it's just the mindset of most of these narcissistic Americans, most of these mentally deprived Americans. This country is not there yet. It's just not. Okay, CB. What's up, Nano? What's up, Ben? You brought up a good point. We're millennials and Gen Zers living in a boomer society. And Gen X is somewhere in between. Oh yeah, of course. Let's. I mean, I've given solutions. I mean, there's no. at the certain point that we're at now, there's no coming back at this. Coming back from this. We're not coming back from this. We're not. I hope most of you guys know, like, most of these parents, most of these other kids, most other Americans are seeing these events happen, and they're just filled with rage, filled with sympathy, some are empathetic, and it's left at that. There's nothing substantial about it. Majority of mass shooters are Democratic radical leftist types, to be honest. Like, you have to admit it. Yeah, I admit it. It's that. And you know what? Let's give you that. Let's give you that. Give us an answer. What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it? What's the answer to that? Again, another person who's took the conservative poison, shot up in their veins, so they can have strict binary thoughts that these are not just a deprived culture with a destructive, deprived country with a destructive culture that continues to foster these disgusting atrocities day by day. It's the leftists. It's the conservatives. It's the, you know, we can point fingers to their stupidity, of course. I'll do it to the sun come home. I'll point to the left and point all their stupid shit. I'll point to the right and point all their stupid shit as well. Right? It's not an equal thing. Of course not. From my perspective, since I consider myself left leaning, I look at the right as like, these are fucking people who have not even stepped into the realm of reality and decided to like concur most of the events in this country as some sort of fight, some religious war against themselves, against them. Where in actuality, no, it's a combination and a mixture between. Hang y'all mad because we have a second and First Amendment, right? The left hates public being armed, freedom of speech. Like, bruh, all we want is the right, and the center is lower taxes, more rights, not to kill babies, no wars overseas. Your side wants to oppose all that, which is why y'all losing now. Again, he sipped the conservative Kool-Aid, the conservative poison-laced Kool-Aid, and he believes that it's all the leftists' fault. Even though that in this community, most of the leftists that basically chill around here with me, they're for bearing arms. I said people go ahead and get a concealed carry. But no, they don't think that way. They don't like thinking that way. They need a foe. They constantly need a foe to validate their own insecurities, their own political failures as well. This is why a lot of conservatives do this constantly. It's the boogeyman. You know, it's the leftist radical red star communist socialist who's out to get them constantly, even though it's their own children locking and loading and shooting up, you know, the kids in their schools, you know. They turn into a tiki torch white supremacists. They can't see that because they have to have a certain foe. They have to have the boogeyman. They have to have the devil. And that's the failure of it. That's the poison. I can point to the left too, and all their depravities too, but what do you, okay, I don't understand this. So help me understand this viewpoint. Is the left a bunch of blue-haired, green-haired, yellow-haired, deprived, low testosterone people who basically can't lift a toothpick without snapping a bone? Or are they gun-toting communist radicals ready to basically put every single person in the gulag because they don't identify as left-wing? Like I'm trying to, like, you see the mental gymnastic here, right? No, don't play that game. You're definitely a conservative. That's good try. But we're not here to debate. I'm here to basically tell people that the politicians are not going to help you. That no grandiose speech is going to help you. This is why I say take the black pill, because there should be no effort in your part of believing in these people to change your situation. In actuality, you are the control of what your situation is. And I've already given on my first black pill show. The solution is you have to check out. Stop playing these games. You just become a pawn in their schemes. Like I say, we sit here and bicker with each other constantly, every day, trying to feel as ourselves to be. We pedestalize ourselves in our political positions to feel as if we're better than one another. Or in actuality, you're losing. Your wages aren't growing. The people that you care about are leaving you. It's so fucking sad. Hey, thanks for the follow. I need to fix that for Trovo. That's huge. The left. I mean, let's shit on the left a little bit, just so we can make these centrists more at home here, because the left ain't gonna do shit neither. They already have their political talking points in which we heard the president of the United States, the man that holds a shit ton of power, saying, "When are we gonna do something, motherfucker? When are you gonna do something? When are you and all the other liberals who use who use these mass shootings just to give out a policy that only gives a band-aid in the current situation, the current solution? They're not going to do anything. What they're going to do is just point it and bicker to the right. And look, we already know what the right's going to say, but why don't you motherfuckers who have majority power going to do anything about it? Every time you guys hold majority power, when something bad happens, you do nothing about it. And we're supposed to sit up and vote for the fucking vote for the next Democrat. It's a fucking failure. It's a fucking failure. I don't believe they have any solutions to it. I don't at all. You think I'm gonna like a tweet? You think I'm gonna like a tweet?
Nope.
Huh? You think rage and anger is gonna solve this? No, because it never turns into anything productive. Wait until November. That's when you need your black pill. It's all good though. We're gonna make America better for everyone, not just leftist extremists. See, I'm a centrist, by the way. But wait until November when the blue wave, when the red wave tsunami happens. Okay, conservative takes over. What's gonna happen? What's gonna change for you? What's gonna make lives better for everyone here in America? Lowering taxes? You know what happens that, right? Lowering taxes. Okay. For who? Not for you. When Trump decided to lower taxes, did he lower taxes for most of Americans? No. For most poor Americans? No. So Trailer Park Nancy and Trailer Park Bob, their taxes are getting raised up to 2027. Your taxes are going to get raised. Guess what? You lost. You got played. You got finessed. There's not going to be any. There's not going to be any politician that's going to solve these issues until Americans as a whole collectivize against their own government and actually demand, by means in which a necessary action to hold these people accountable, that we've given them this power to something to radically change. Nothing's going to fundamentally change. You've heard it from every single fucking person that you elected. Nothing's going to fundamentally change. You can think that this is all fun and games, that your side is winning, but guess what? You've lost it. There is no ball. It's all imaginary. It's all a hologram just to play with you. It's not even it's two people behind the curtain. Oh no, of course not. The absolute dumbest motherfuckers are look at the fascist right and the left and say, in the middle of these two dumbasses is the perfect for me. That's a good one. I don't think anyone's created the best solution yet. Yeah, no one will. Not I, not larger creators, not any politician, not any president, not any prime minister. None of them are going to give you the solutions. The only solutions they're going to give you is just to temper your anger. To temper your anger. Just calm down a little bit and shut the fuck up and let me rob you. Is what they're telling you. Yeah, both sides are losing. You're absolutely right. And guess what? Guess what we all are when both sides are losing?
Really him. You're a victim. There we go, CSI.
It's not even political chess anymore. It's checkers to them. It's easy. It's a layup on a little Tykes basketball rim. That's what it is. That's all it is. You can vote till the cows come home. Your vote's gonna count. Oh, yeah. Your vote's going to count. But is your vote going to matter?
Nope.
I'm sure you probably didn't hear that. Most people could probably misconstrue that. Your vote is going to count. You go to the booth and vote all you want. Down ticket, mixed ticket, whoever you like, whoever you dislike, you can vote all you way. Your vote's going to count 100%. But is it going to matter? Is it going to matter? I said for people just coming in, I said the political back pill as a checkout. Just check out. Stop playing their games. Stop playing into your own vices and picking a team and picking a side, right? Stop. Stop. And just because you don't pick a side doesn't mean you have to be in the middle. Just don't play the game. Just don't play the game. Call them on their horse shit. Until something materially changes in your life, why are you picking a side? Why are you brown shirting for their team for? They're just gonna lie to you and feed you bullshit. You know the funny thing is, most scholars in the past already saw this coming. They already saw this game that's being run on you. And it's a fun game too. For the people who actually can influence the governors of our societies to make any sort of difference. The economic stuff has to come later, unfortunately, because the far left made it about giving kids puberty blockers, killing babies as a right, and all sorts of other shit that we have to fix before we get to the econ stuff. There goes that binary way of thinking. We don't know the intricacies of what goes on in someone's complicated life in which they decide to transition from a one gender to another. We're still figuring that out. When it comes to LGBTQ plus stuff, I try to make as little comments as possible because that's not my fight. Well, it's my fight to stand for their rights, but it's not my fight in terms of like educating you, because it's not my position. That's a better way to phrase it. It's not my position in it. You have to think that the right is using these talking points that you decided to regurgitate to influence you to think that that's an issue that's affecting you. It's not. You still have your wee-wee. You still have your peace sleeve. It's still there. Guess what? It doesn't affect you. Let people do unto what they want to their own body. It doesn't affect you whatsoever. It's not. It's not going to affect you. So stop worrying about them so much because they're not worried about you. Well, they are, because you're killing them. You're depriving them of their rights. You're not letting them be human beings. Let them do it. That's their own family. Do you care about what happens to little Timmy down the street most of the time? You don't. Be honest with yourself. You don't. You don't give a fuck. So I refuse to fight, at least for the establishment teams. Yeah. That's exactly what I'm referring to. You don't have to. It's not because I say, oh, point at the left, point at the right, that you have to be in the center. No, I'm saying it's like, don't fucking play their game. Just don't. You could take a more on the leftist side if you want. I guess you could take a right side too, but you know, we all know where that leads. You want to have economy the culture was ruined? Like how are these free healthcare is going to fix record job losses to crazy ways of immigrants? What about giving children hormone blockers? Like you can't say adios to a culture and expect some freebies to fix it. There's more of that centrism. You're right. Also, since when is the government is placed to tell people how to raise their kids and tell people what to do with their lives? Apparently to the right, the government is only a tool for, depriving other peoples of their liberties to do what they want to their bodies. Trans kids are the first time Republicans have cared about kids after birth. Apparently. If it... You don't have to beat up on him so much. But I get what you guys are coming from. Because you're lying to all of us saying that you're a centrist. Because if that's the centrist position, If that's like a true centered position, then holy shit. We could probably call some people who consider themselves right to be on the left at this point. All right, Enzo, enough. That was it. This dog. A doggy break. A doggy break. Hey, Enzo Bath this week. I have to wrestle this fucking 90-pound dog to bathe him. I try to do it once a month or at least twice a month. Yeah, you. Apparently our jobs are being lost to immigrants. Apparently that's what's going on. Wait. Wait, so what do we do about it then? We're just hindering people from like coming into this country, so what? Wait. Are you unironically asking for affirmative action? How can these immigrants score these jobs? Is it kind of like affirmative? Is it kind of like affirmative action? Or you feel like you're being like ostracized because other people are receiving opportunities that you yourself think you're being deprived of? So you're calling discrimination? I thought affirmative action was bad. Wait, but those are not immigrants. That's if we're shipping jobs overseas, then we're giving jobs to people abroad. We're not giving it to immigrants because they're technically not in our country. That, hey, look, you drank the Kool-Aid, and when they fuck you over, don't come crawling back. Don't come crawling back like, hey, yo, you were right. Like, they robbed me blind. You know, they kept saying that they're going to lower my taxes, you know, when the economy crashes because of it. And we have no substantial, like, programs in place to help me and my family stay afloat, especially in these dire economic times. Man, at least I get to keep $50 of my paycheck, though. But I give conservatives this: the government do be fucking up our money. I'll give y'all that. They do be fucking the bag up. They fumble the bag all the time. I'm not gonna take that from conservatives. They're right about that. Government fumbles the bag all the time. They don't know what the fuck they're doing with this economy. And that's apparent. Well, they know what they want to do, but you know, they're trying their best to make sure that you don't understand what's going on. That's Jerome Powell. We can't have our cheap lives if we don't have immigrants. You gotta give the conservatives, you gotta give them a point there. And libertarians, government do be fucking up our jobs. They be fucking up everything, don't they? Only the power and the means of production was handed to the people. I wonder what that would change. Stop. I'm fine with immigrants, but not illegal ones. I think we should fix the systems to know them faster. Here's the thing. So a lot of people are like, okay, you know, a lot of people's priorities are all messed up. And this is what I'm talking about, the conservative poisons, because they have convinced you, they successfully convinced you that there's a boogeyman, a devil, if you will, that these people are coming over and depriving you of your so-called opportunities. But in actuality, it's the corporation that you clocked into deprives you of your opportunity from always, 90% of the time, all the time. Those same corporations are hiring those illegal immigrants that you so-called hate. They're not taking your job from you. It's that your boss is giving their jobs to them, right? In your mind. So what makes you think that these group of people are such a burden on you? You're a burden on your own yourself. You're making these things up to fault all the failures of your own economy, your own structure, if you will. You can point at the brown guy and say like it's his fault for everything till the cows come home, but at the end of the day, your same boss is gonna rob you blind. You're gonna get robbed blind. We have negative wage growth. We have negative wage growth in this country, at least from the data points and statistics that I've seen and that I've heard. We have negative wage growth, meaning that when you clock in, you're actually losing money sitting there. It may not seem like it, but you should do the calculations yourself as well. Just hopped over. What I've learned since paying attention to policy comments is we're fucking ourselves over, especially Trump or Biden. Expecting Trump or Biden to fix shit, but why focus on them when they truly don't have any power? Guy's getting it. He's learning it. He's learning. I gotta add more sound effects. I gotta add way more sound effects.
I want to play ball right now at night.
He wants to play ball right now. It's the thing. The masses don't want to listen. They don't. Especially the Americans. Look at every pockets of revolution in this country besides the founding of it. It took, actually, I'm guessing the Revolutionary War was one of them that you could say was like something that went out and collectivized the people in oppressive, tyrannical government. But Americans are so numb to it all. They whisk away a lot of issues because they're too comfortable. Most Americans do not act unless something atrocious happens to themselves. As we can see, something happens to our children, to the future of this country, and what do we do? What do we do? We don't do nothing. We don't do nothing at all. Oh, stop being a negative, be an optimist. For what? I haven't seen anything to be optimistic about yet. I say yet. Who knows? Maybe tomorrow we're gonna have the last. Maybe sometime this year we're gonna have the last political black screen. We're like, hey, look, it's all over. We can care about shit now. But for now, okay. Trump is this Trump. That's okay. Even with all the executive orders, Congress is still the one that says, even though you made an executive order, we're still gonna fuck up the executive order. Then it says it's gonna have the president's fault. This is why I mostly blame Congress. I mostly do. Especially during Biden's speech. I'm like, you know what? It's, lays blame on Biden. But then I'll look at the 300 plus people in Congress and I'm like, wait, what are you motherfuckers are doing? Nothing. They're on Twitter though. They're going to draft meaningless bills. Oh yeah, it's coming. Meaningless bills. It's going to come. Common sense gun reform. Okay. You pass that, then what? It mitigates the damage a bit. But the damage is done culturally. The scars have already been made. The wounds are still fresh. It would take another decade or so, even after you pass gun reform or common sense gun laws, whatever the case may be in this country, for people to actually get it. What are you doing behind me? What are you doing? No? Oh, you getting your ball? Yeah, more states are offering free or subsidized colleges for their citizens and those living in states. So yeah, you and them both get free college now. Like, bro, the BLM riots and January 6th generation, this shit. Oh my god. Oh yeah, you just realized something too. It was all a finesse too. The organizer of BLM, oh yeah, she made off millions and ran with it. Now she's enriching herself with all the money that you poured out to basically help out those families in needs with that dealt with police brutalities. Now they cashed in on that. Ooh. How do we feel now about that? You went out and got marched, got maced, ran through your city and neighborhood, destroyed buildings and businesses, to make a point, and then all of a sudden you realize at the end of it you got finessed. They took your dollar and ran. January 6th insurrection, Trump said he's gonna walk with you, and that motherfucker was chilling in a tent. That motherfucker says, watch y'all wanted to hang the vice president. And then went straight to Mar-a-Lago. Afterwards, like, oh, I don't know these motherfuckers. They're not my voters. I don't know who they are.
Emotional damage.
Just get finessed. He just constantly gets finessed. You just get finessed. I'm like, hey, look, I'm with Black Lives Matters. The movement. I'm with it. I'm with 100%. Oh, the organization, they finessed you. They finessed all of us. I donated a few dollars. They finessed me. I got finessed. I'm gonna admit it right here. I got finessed too. Trump finessed y'all into basically almost destroying democracy. Like I said in my previous stream, it's all a finesse game, and you're just playing a part of it. Stop. Check out. Clock out. Clock out for a moment. Stop playing these divisive games. Stop feeding into these narratives. All you're doing is enriching people who use this to cash out on you. What's done on the left, where they buy multi-million-dollar liabilities, flex on your ass, and cry themselves to be for your cause. On the right, oh my god, oh god, woo, oh my god, on the right, it's just as bad. Here's what leftist bad faith actors do, and bad faith pundits and bad faith influencers do. They give you the goose, they give you the gander, they give you the cake, and they eat that shit right in front of you. You're just giving all their money. It's a good thing to just sit back and look at, like, what is this dude doing with all this money I'm giving him? Of course, you got to secure yourself, secure your family, secure comfort. Cool, whatever. Every human being needs this. But when it gets to the point where, like, hey, you're not doing much of what you advocate for, and even if you're not using this enrichment to help others smaller that have a message who are actually advocating for things to do something with it. No, you're just enriching yourself more. And that's the left finesse game right there. It's simple. They'll take their money, they'll take your donations, and they'll live a life of luxury, right? And they will do nothing and not show anything. You'll use the excuse of, I do like to do things in private, like you're a fucking Christian. You're not. Most lefties are not. They're agnostic or atheist, but they're taking your money and they're enriching themselves. They're buying all these nice and shit. You could have nice shit. I'm not saying, I'm not a person who said you can't have your nice things. But when it gets to the point where, like, hey, okay, it's been a while now. The fuck are you going to do with this money? Like, are you going to at least let at least donate, or at least set in place a program for others who can just step in, use some of your capital, and actually make some material change for their community? No. And yeah, you could flex it. Let the people know you're actually doing it. That way no one can call you out for not doing it. The right, oh my God. Let's talk about how the right finesses you in terms of, like, financially. You sit there and you hear all the conspiracies,
You believe all their nonsense. You sip the poison laced Kool-Aid, and now you're buying supplements that do nothing but lace you with lead, right? Our generation is full of microplastics. Like they give you like these alternative solution that does nothing. It's like the rights grift is like the bodybuilding industry. It's the bodybuilding supplement industry, right? It's a whole bunch of jargon, a whole bunch of nonsense, a whole bunch of conspiracies to give you a solution, which is to give you no solution, actually. Give you nothing. Give you nothing. They're just going to sell you a t-shirt. They're going to sell you an uninteresting book. This is how they finesse you. And they keep riling you up, keep making these straw men, these boogeymen, these devils, just to keep that anger, that fire within you. So you just buy their products, and they cash in, and they're going to claim themselves to be capitalists. So in your mind, you've already accepted that this finesse is a part of what you have to deal with because these people are capitalists. Y'all don't want to hear that shit. No, y'all don't want to hear that shit. Y'all don't hear that shit. Trump, just take it away, bro.
May Allah awaken the people and help them to see the evil doings of Israel and the United States.
Shit is crazy. You guys having your own little debate here too. Awesome. Keep being active. Like, follow, subscribe, whatever. Let's amplify my voice. I need it. Never stop. Let's get bigger first before I start like taking pot shots at other content creators. I'm not going to try to start drama either. I'm not more of a drama person. He was moonwalking into the limousine. Yes, he was. I'm not mad at immigrants at all. I'm fine to come here legally. But when the illegal immigrants are taking my resources and don't get back to us at all, they do. They pay more back into the system. You know, immigrants, even illegal or otherwise, still pay taxes, right? Sales tax, purchasing tax, like, you know, the purchasing power is sometimes like derived from them. They're not going to get W-2 taxed, especially if they get paid under the table. But when they go out and, you know, they start participating in the economy, be it buying the necessary goods for their own survivals, then they're paying into the system. When they send money back, they have to pay taxes in that too. When they put money into a bank, if they can open up a bank account, they have to pay taxes on that too. Notice that most of the taxes you pay comes from like your everyday like necessities, the things you need to purchase. Illegals need to purchase those things too. Nah, bro, I can't do that. I don't like starting drama, brother. Maybe if we get big enough, we can call some people out. But for now, nah, I'm not gonna be that guy. Because then I mean playing into the same game that I'm advocating everyone check out from. Bad events, Dems vote harder, GOP pray harder. Exactly. Anyone who asks you for a donation and like they'll change the world with it, it's a scam. That goes for streamers, political parties, and politicians. Exactly. I'm not mad. I mean, even Marxist people don't get it. Communists and socialism, capitalism, government in general, were never supposed to work at a large scale. We are at a given point. We're supposed. It's the natural evolution of our species. And at first, we're a tribal society. Then we become a commuter society. Then we become a civilization. And from that civilization, we become a planetary society. Once we become a planetary society, then we become a solar society, a solar system society, and then we become a universe society. If all things come to its ultimate conclusion and we evolve, you know, with the necessary technologies, because it's stupid how we arbitrarily make these rules so we can cut ourselves off from other people, our own species. It's stupid. Think of it as a species thing. You're cutting yourself off from another human being who can add value, who can be a person you love. They're convincing you that this is a method this is the reason for your downfall. No. It's imaginary lines set in place to continue to control your thinking. That's all it is. Why? Why? It's what I never understood. It's supposed like people who are like xenophobic and racist and whatnot, and bigoted. And I guess because you have to be a person that is to the core not xenophobic, racist. Why would a person deprive themselves of the experiences of others because of subtle differences that have no material effect on themselves whatsoever? Let me repeat that. Why would a person deprive themselves from the experiences and values that others can contribute to their life, small as it may be? Why would you deprive yourself of that? Just so you can find yourself different from others. This is why most people. It's like when most like when you think about the country like Europe, right? Right, Europe as a whole. But continent of Europe. There's so many different countries, so many different languages, so many people like sharing this one continent. And they found a way to like basically experience one another. And of course there's going to be bigots and racists, but that opens their mind to like many different cultures. And then they have at least a foundation, a foundation or a small understanding of those different cultures, or those different people, those different lifestyles. But they're all the same people. They're all still Homo sapiens at the end of the day. Right? And they know that. But Americans, and this is what's encouraged in most of Europe. When I traveled to Europe, when I spoke to people about it, they say, I went to Germany, went to Spain, traveled to UK a bit, I went to these other different countries, and it was a blast. I got to experience and have experience their lifestyles, and it showed me, like we're all different, but we're all the same at the same time. You come to America, we all find reasons to be divisive with one another. We just do. And it's not no kumbaya shit. This is like, hey, stupid fucks, stop doing this shit. It helps nobody else. This is why when I traveled to Europe and I spoke to different people, they look at Americans as barbaric and idiotic because we find any sort of means to divide ourselves and constantly ostracize ourselves. And then we sit there and wonder why we have these cultural problems. Money is just that being loaned out so the rich can control the interest and keep you a slave. Even without the chains, but the shit like racism, xenophobia, transphobia, etc. The terms didn't exist until the late 20th century. Really, if we break it down to the simplest meaning, we are just ignorant, judgmental beings that have completely lost touch with ourselves spiritually. When they realize that, what are we doing is attaching ourselves to labels. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have the solutions. I don't have the answers. I don't. There is an answer out there. But have we found it? Have most of us found it? Nope. Oh, hell, maybe an AI can find it. And labels are fucking us all up, and exactly what you said. We're sitting here looking stupid and look stupid to everyone else. Exactly. You can label yourself what you want. But the moment the identity that you put, like the moment that you identify yourself with the label you attach to yourself becomes reactionary. It becomes, I keep using the word divisive, so I'm just gonna keep using that. It becomes divisive. It's the moment if you've been played, you've been had. Holy shit! decided to put the temperature at 72 for some reason. 76 for some reason. How do you offer a solution to a problem that has split into multiple problems? You tackle on each problem and reduce that to this core issue. And once you can find that core issue and you can tackle that on to its root, tackle its roots. And one, it can be whatever you want it to be. It's just paper with ink. He's starting to sound like CB now. All right. See what else we got. Wait, did Buttigieg just really said that? He didn't say that. No, he didn't say that. You guys think this is fake?
Nope.
Yeah, you probably guys don't think this. Is this fake? Did Pete Buttigieg really said that? Hungry babies, regrettably, are just the price of the free market. Pete Buttigieg says that in a capitalist economy, the government doesn't and shouldn't make baby formula. But around the world, even in the United States, the public sector has stepped in to correct the market failures. Oh, so he did say that. Jesus fucking Christ. Hold on. No, Jacobin. Okay. Someone save us from the free market ideology before it's too late. Sitting down with the CBS Face the Nation this week.
We turn now to the economy, and we learned this week that the cost of things like food and energy rose compared to last month. Secretary of Transportation Pete Buttigieg joins us now. Good morning to you.
Hey,
Mr. Secretary.
Good morning. Good to be with you.
That's my president.
As a representative of the administration, I do want to ask you a little bit about this reaction to the events in Buffalo. You were once a mayor. Do you think that there should be a federal law criminalizing domestic terrorism? The president used that.
What? Wait, is that true? Wait. Is that fucking true? Is that someone here who's a bit more read on law? Tell me if that's true or not. Domestic terrorism is not a
phrase, but that's not really on the books.
I'll let the president speak to the legal outlook with regard to the definition of terrorism, but whether it's called that legally or not, this was terrorism, this was hate, and this would be a good day for every politician in this country, left, right, and center, every media figure in this country, left, right, and center, to come out and unequivocally condemn white nationalism, so-called replacement theory, and any other hateful ideology that could have contributed to something like this before it happens again.
But should there be a federal statute that elevates things when those terms you just threw out there? Should there be an association directly with terrorism?
Again, we don't know, obviously, all of the details that fit the legal definitions. What we know is that somebody traveled a long distance with an AR, so-called. I'll let the president speak.
As a representative of the administration, I do want to ask you a little bit about this reaction to the events in Buffalo. You were once a mayor. Do you think that there should be a federal law criminalizing domestic terrorism? The president used
a federal. That was the question I was posing. Like, why isn't that a thing? Okay.
A little bit on a personal note, we've been talking about this baby formula shortage nationwide that's been ongoing now for months. You have infants at home. Do you have problems getting hold of formula?
Yeah, this is very personal for us. We got 2 9-month-old children.
Lies. Oh, lies!
Oh man.
baby formula is a very big part of our lives. And like millions of Americans, we've been rooting around stores, checking online, getting in touch with relatives in other places where they don't have the same shortages to see what they can send over. And we figured it out. We're all set, at least for now. But I think about what that would be like if you're a shift worker with 2 jobs, maybe you don't have a car, you literally don't have the time or the money to be going from store to store. That's why this is such a serious issue, and that's why it's getting attention at the highest levels, including, of course, direct involvement by the president.
Well, and this is going to be an issue Congress takes up this week. I know the president said more action's coming, but this has been ongoing for months. There were supply chain issues already. Then you have the issue with this one plant, Abbott, whistleblower in September, February, the recall. It's May. Why has it taken so long? And why did the president on Friday seem to say that it was new information to him? He said,
because he just woke up. He just woke up from his nap. So, this is all news to him.
If we'd been better mind readers.
When your president has the brain of pudding, like the brain matter of pudding, this is what you're going to get, America. Like, I voted for Biden, so I'm culpable too. This is why I've checked out of this shit.
I guess we could have done something earlier.
Well, look, the administration acted from day one after the recall, taking steps like creating more flexibility for the WIC program to help rebalance the availability of formula in the states. There are more actions that are underway, including looking at imports. But fundamentally, we are here because a company was not able to guarantee that its plant was safe, and that plant has shut down.
But that is the federal government's job as regulators to help ensure
As
safety
regulators,
of the
yes, but
plant.
let's be very clear. This is a capitalist country. The government does not make baby formula, nor should it. Companies make formula. And one of those companies, a company which, by the way, seems to have 40% market share, messed up and is unable to confirm that a major plant is safe and free of contamination. So the most important thing to do right now, of course, is to get that plant in Michigan up and running safely.
Let's run that back real quick. I want you to catch something. Hopefully you caught what I caught. I want you to catch something.
Rebalance the availability of
I want you to catch something real
states.
quick.
There are more actions that are underway, including looking at imports. But fundamentally, we are here because a company was not able to guarantee that its plant was safe, and that plant has shut down.
But that is the federal government's job as regulators to help ensure
As
safety
regulators,
of the
yes, but
plant.
let's be very clear. This is a capitalist country. The government does not make baby formula, nor should it. Companies make formula. And one of those companies, a company which, by the way, seems to have 40% market share.
Doesn't that seem like something the government wants to step in and be involved in? As representative of the people of its country, that if one plant shut down, that the whole fucking country doesn't go into crisis mode? Isn't that why we have laws? Oh wait, because we're a capitalist society, only the free market decides things. The all-knowing, the omnipotent, the all-ever-serving free market, huh?
Messed up and is unable to confirm that a major plant is safe and free of contamination. So the most important thing to do right now, of course, is to get that plant in Michigan up and running safely. And that's the work that's going on between the company and the FDA. It's got to be safe and it's got to be up and running as soon as possible. But this is the difference between a supply.
So, look, a more intelligent government will basically, once they heard that this issue was going to arise in the beginning of February, especially with the whistleblower saying that there's a shortage going on as a contaminant, the best solution was the government to activate economic power, its regulatory body like the FDA, to find other companies who are trying to get into the baby formula businesses and basically help subsidize those companies to help with the shortage fall. To the point in which, these other companies can possibly help mitigate the issues that are going on. Now, that would be a simple, liberal solutions to this issue. But what they effectively are telling you is, we ain't doing shit. We ain't doing nothing.
Nope.
We ain't doing shit. Guess what? We're gonna wait till that motherfucker who has 40% of the market share baby formula get something.
Nope.
Wouldn't that be a simple solution? Hey, there's multiple other smaller businesses and companies that are creating baby formula or want to get into this marketplace. Let's coordinate with the FDA earlier in advance and see if these bodies are using safe products that we can use just to mitigate the damage just enough so that the main supplier can get back on his feet, right? Without any help from the government, because they're a gigantic, large corporation. They're too big to fail. That's just so dumb. Make baby formula. But the 25th member states says the country shall not be we the people, not the government, not the corporations, not the money, but we the people. This is not a capitalist country anymore. Corporations profit off of it. And you just as you just put in, the government has to step in, creating a society where now the government controls instead of the corporations. Government all it has to use is economic power in coordination with a federal regulatory body like the FDA and other regulatory bodies to make sure it's safe. Because there's other baby formula making companies. But guess who swallowed it up the market? Guess who swallowed up most of them? Well, who got rid of most of his competition?
Supply chain problem. In other words, a problem about moving goods around. And a supply problem, which has to do with whether they're being produced in the first place. Now, the administration's also been working with other companies to try to surge their production. That's led to an increase in production, which is helping to compensate. But at the end of the day, this plant needs to come back online safely.
And we'll have more on that later in the show, but because I know you're not the FDA commissioner, let me talk to you about the things you are involved more in, which is supply chain and procurement. How is the administration making sure that those essential ingredients that are actually required for something like formula are actually available?
So a shortage of ingredients is not what led to the shutdown of the facility.
It is a factor that has led to price inflation is one of the factors among many that has been blamed for months of problems with baby formula, even before the recall in February.
Right, but America has the productive capacity to create the baby formula that we need.
But you're trying to bring it in from Europe right now.
Right, but that's because, again, we've got 4 companies making about 90% of the formula in this country, which we should probably take a look at. And
is that an oligopoly?
Wait. I thought when he confirmed like a solution about like what I'm saying is like basically help smaller companies like mitigate the issue that's going on, that those companies are in America. But no, we're looking to Europe. Okay. I maybe I misheard. Maybe I misheard it. Let me hear it again.
Capacity to create. So a shortage of ingredients is not what led to the shutdown of the facility.
But it is a factor that has led to price inflation is one of the factors among many that has been blamed for months of problems with baby formula, even before the recall in February.
Right, but America has the productive capacity to create the baby formula that we need.
But you're trying to bring it in from Europe right now.
Right, but that's because, again, we've got 4 companies making about 90% of the formula in this country.
Why? Why wasn't this addressed in the beginning? Because guess what? They don't give a fuck about you. They don't.
May Allah awaken the people and help them to see the evil doings of Israel and the United States.
They don't.
We should probably take a look at. And
is that an oligopoly?
Yeah, I mean, it's basically a series of monopolies that have added up into enormous market concentration. By the way, this is an issue the president has been talking about in area after area after area, whether we're talking about fertilizer, whether we're talking about other things in our agriculture sector, or more generally.
Because this is also part of, I'm using the term food stamp program, but it's a part of a government assistance program.
Which is exactly why, again, from day one, after the recall.
This isn't just a private sector problem, is my point. The federal government is directly involved in some of these arrangements.
A plant shutting down because a company can't assure that it is physically safe from contamination is the responsibility of the company. The responsibility of the regulator is to ensure, as they take steps to get it ready, that it will in fact be safe when it comes back online.
I have so much more to get to you as well. I want to get to you on inflation. Gas prices, highest ever price in the country, $445 a gallon national average. Are you asking Americans?
Good God.
Bruh.
We're all fucked. We're all so fucked. Y'all better get ready to walk to work. Hope y'all got your walking shoes. And maybe collectively as a nation, we start to lose weight. Inflation, gas, easy. Oh my God, he's talking about it, but is he doing anything about it?
Emotional damage.
Of course he's not doing nothing about it. Of course. Pete Buttigieg is an amazing orator. He can give you the goods and the nonsense easily. Easily. Part of his job. Simple. Is he gonna do shit about it?
Nope.
You think he gonna do anything about it?
Nope.
As soon as they see any like sensible solution to this issue, the first thing they go is like,
No, God! No, God, please, no! No!
not a sensible solution. Not build factories in America. Not help smaller businesses get up on their feet so that we can mitigate all these issues. No.
To drive less?
If I live in walking distance, 3 miles. Right, you're gonna be shredded. Yo, hey, look, if this continues on, especially with gas prices, Americans is like the buffest, like most like shredded country on the planet. But y'all about to be shredded. Like it's gonna be to a point where like on my Instagram, I'm gonna ask for everyone's like ab pictures. It's gonna be like it's gonna be like Ab Friday or something. Like show me your 6 and 8 pack. Cause yo, we're gonna be walking to work. Y'all better get your walking shoes and your umbrellas because it's a wrap.
What we're asking Americans to do is to obviously recognize that we're working this issue because we're feeling it too. I mean, all of us see that pain
Should
at the
Americans
pump.
drive less?
Look, what we want to do is create options for Americans to be.
Yes, the answer is yes. The unequivocal answer is yes. Wouldn't it be amazing if there was a solution in which Americans wouldn't have to be so dependent on certain resources that enables these companies to basically play patty cake or teeter-tot or whatever you want to call it with the amount of cost it takes to transport yourself from one place to another? What if there was a solution in which all of us can collectivize our economic power to create and maintain a system of transportation in which all of us can participate in and get to a certain destination more effectively, and not destroy the environment around us, and enable these people to basically price gouge us till the cows come home. Maybe I'm thinking like a giant long car with multiple seats that has air conditioning, and it's also a hybrid, or something that can be run on more and more cleaner, effective fuel sources. Or like this, or how about we put multiple of these cars together, connect them together, put it on like a nice system, like metal system railing, so we can travel like almost hypersonic speeds to like different points of this country and different destinations. Who am I kidding? Buy a Hummer.
Able to get where they're going more affordably. It's why we up the fuel economy standards so that by the 2026 model year, the cars will be so much more efficient if you have a gas car that if you used to have to fill up 4 times a month, it might be 3 now. Of course, we're also working.
Ladies and gentlemen and non-binaries, the liberal solution. What did they call it again? Oh, fuck. I had it at the tip of my tongue. What's the look? Fuck it. I forgot. Choo-choo, motherfuckers. All right. You going off. So let's see what's going on. Inflation is just a corporation changing the price, and it's the mint printing more money. I'm guessing you probably mean the Fed, because the Federal Reserve asked them to, because the banks ran out of money. So what happens is they loan banks the money, banks loan to us, and even with credit cards and all that stuff we own is just collectively owned by them. Gas is just having such a huge supply because the people barely traveling. But what these companies didn't expect was there to be such a high demand in gas, way higher in supply that they had. So not the corporations, but the industry itself made up these corporations, found to make back the money and have supply they need, meet demand, they need more money. If you control inflation like that, you're just going to realize that these industries do this to such a large scale, but also in a small way that is still hidden from people. Yeah. Solution's the finest solution. Yeah.
To make electric vehicles more affordable because that has a huge benefit, especially in terms of protecting families from these kinds of
Those
price
battery
volatility.
components are also a supply chain issue.
Right. So are we going to take that as an excuse to do nothing and do the same thing forever? Or are we?
Yes, that's the liberal solution to everything. That's literally the liberal solution to everything. Take those excuses and do nothing. You know? Hopefully when the parliamentarian decides what to do, we can get this country moving forward, you know?
Going to take that as an issue to work. We're taking it as an issue to work on, but right now, with existing technology, we know that we can get more Americans into these vehicles. And we also know, right, that with gas prices on the rise, and the president's acted with the Strategic Petroleum Reserve, he's acted with ethanol flexibility to try to stabilize those prices. But we also know right now that we could be lowering other costs for Americans. And this is the most important thing I think we need to take a hard look at right now when we're fighting inflation with everything that we've got. That we made the case to lower the cost of insulin to $35 and faced basically unified Republican opposition, tried to lower the cost of prescription drugs, and were blocked from doing so by congressional Republicans who then come around and want to talk about inflation without offering a
plan. Isn't interested in things that didn't work, right, or didn't pass or aren't law. They want to know what's going on right now at their kitchen table and in their pocketbook.
Well, I think they want to know what Congress is going to do to lower their costs.
So heads up to this, like, yeah, this is extremely rare. You didn't count this, but she is like actually pushing back a bit. The Buttigieg's bullshit. You got to give it to her. She's actually pushing back, like, yeah. But what about this? Like, no one gives a fuck about the games you're playing in Congress. What are you doing right now? Oh, the Republicans are leaving in opposition, but you guys control the majority of Congress with Kamala Harris. That can be the deciding vote of things. What's going on? Why aren't you doing anything about it? You know what? If you wanted to lower it to $3,500 and $35 for the price of insulin, just be like, you know what? Guess what, Republicans? Just do reverse psychology and see what the fuck happens, because nothing's gonna happen anyway. Look, like, we don't raise the price of insulin to $10 billion per pill. What do you Republicans think? It should be $25. Okay. Let's try that once. Just fuck it. Oh, we're already in a dumpster fire. Fuck it. Throw more shit in the dumpster fire. Let's see what happens. Just like, you know, Republicans, $10 billion per pill. How about that? This is preposterous. It should be $25. Okay, we'll make it $25. You say someone's doing this, but what are you doing? Exactly.
We're making the case for that to happen.
I want to ask you about what the administration thinks in regard to what some congressional Democrats, like Senator Warren, Speaker Pelosi also says she's putting forward a bill about price gouging by companies and banning unconsciously excessive pricing. This has been called dangerous and misguided nonsense by the Obama administration economic advisor Jason Furman. Do you agree that it is nonsense?
I'm not familiar with all of the details of that legislation, but
he does agree. I also agree it's nonsense too. Make no mistake about it. Don't let them think for 1 second. It would be a bill basically enforcing the companies that have not lined the pockets of these politicians to feel the full brunt force of the government. And even if they slightly raise their prices, and in doing so, allowing the other major companies just run scot-free and do what they want. That's basically what I see, what I speculated. Why would you not just say, yes, I agree, I'm not going to pussyfoot around the question, knowing damn well I know exactly what's going on? Oh, yeah, he's a transportation secretary. It's a direct ear to the president. He knows the fuck's going on. You think he'll tell you the truth?
Nope.
You think Buttigieg is going to tell you the truth?
Nope.
You think he woke up and just saw the news and was like, no, he knew. It was like, whatever.
But what I can tell you from an administration perspective is that there is guidance going out to crack down on price gouging where we see it. If price gouging arises in the formula market or the fuel market, look, one thing that we know is that we're in this moment, right, where Americans are feeling the pinch on product after product. And some companies have become ridiculously profitable, notably including oil companies, which have specifically said they're not going to use the permits and the production capacity that they have. Why would they? They're incredibly profitable right now.
You wonder why? You wonder why? They could just tell the fucking federal government. It's funny how like they throw their power away. We're not doing that. We're so profitable right now. But watch. When the economy crashes again, right? The pandemic was an indicator of this with like the airline industries and how like they were begging and pleading for, you know, being subsidized by the federal government, right? They wanted to take that handout. Most of these major companies do in the form of trillions of dollars off your taxpayer dollars, off your exploited exploited labor, you know, at the behest of these major companies. And at the same breath, play you and say that the federal government is fucking you over. They're in bed with each other. We all know this, right? Like I'm just regurgitating something you already know. You should have probably known since middle school at this point. You shouldn't wake up right now and be like, you shouldn't.
They're not complaining. They're not unhappy about the situation. The public.
Even fucking Biden's press secretary, half the time she doesn't even know what she's talking about, and the other half, you know damn well they know about it, but they don't want to let out what's going on 100%. Oh yeah,
is unhappy. The president is unhappy, and we're taking action.
We're going to leave it there. Secretary Buttigieg, good to have you here in person, and good luck with the baby formula. Face the Nation. We'll be right back.
Jesus Christ, what a little snipe.
Good evening. And
Lies. All lies.
That's all that is, baby. Just lies. It's all lies. Well, now we know the full context of that conversation, and no one can tell us that Pete Buttigieg was taken out of context in that quote, because he definitely said what was said in that headline. Most of these companies, these gas companies, oil companies, are hoping that, the pricing, like these prices continue to skyrocket, because it's a battle of it's a war of attrition right now, right? Most Americans, these major companies know this. Most people who like have any exposure to like marketing and like social and economic dynamics and economic behavioral economics, they understand that there's a given point in which your customer or your consumer base becomes comfortable with the certain pricing that you have, right? And this is why, besides inflation, most companies would know, like, if they just hold on into that premium price, or they hold on to as high as they can, they could be as profitable as ever, and most people will just accept it. You get what I'm saying here? Like, this is what most of these energy companies are banking on. They're banking on Americans just accepting this price, the price gouging that's going on. They're hoping you just become numb to it enough where you're willing to cough up more and more dollars to them. Like, on some real shit, you got me wanting to start making more videos on this shit. Fuck trying to live stream stuff like this on TikTok. I'm loving the fact that there's such a big way to grow on here with politics. Fuck yeah. Hey, I'm glad I helped you out. Fucking do that shit. Hey, that makes me feel great. I can influence you to do that. Excellent. Fucking do that shit. So much change that could happen on this platform. Oh yeah. It's GXG's platform. something that I think you're gonna find funny. Okay, send it to me, big homie. Bruh. Any anime friends out there? Any anime fans out there?
Bruh.
Quick side note. Yo. Hunter x Hunter is back. Hunter x Hunter is back. You know how fucking ecstatic I was? Bruh. Look at this shit, man. Look at this shit. Look. Oh God, yes. Oh God, she's back at it. Okay. Oh my God. One of the biggest masterpieces of all time. It's back. Hunter x Hunter is back, guys. Hell yeah. Yeah. Fuck yes. I can't wait. I can't fucking wait. It's been decades now. It's a Netflix clip, but I can't find it anywhere on YouTube. My page has 15.5k followers and got suspended. I have no way to know whether I'm getting it back or not. And yes, fuck yes. But Ghost in the Shell, 2042 season 2 episode 8, the 4-minute mark. You need to see this absolutely hilarious bullshit. I got you. I'll check it out. Hunter's laptop isn't going anyway, like Benghazi. Oh shit. Hey, look, I hope you get it back too. If not, start from the ground up. Oh shit, am I muted? I don't know. Maybe my game didn't catch what I was saying. But yes, hey, look, even if they were banned, 15.5k, that's an amazing number. And if you did that, on your first go, just imagine your second go. Just get back at it. Get back on the hunter. I didn't want to stream tonight, but guess what? I said, fuck it, just do that shit. And I got up, and here we are now. 2.5 hours in. With like 10 viewers or 6 viewers. Well, fuck it, we'll grow. We're going to grow anyway. You think we're only going to do the political black pill? Oh, no. We're going to do so much stuff. You might see my face a little bit more. A bit more. Oh yeah, look, this is a simulcast anyway. I'm streaming on YouTube. I'm streaming on Twitch. I'm streaming on Facebook. I'm streaming on Trovo. That was just because I talked about politics and added some comments back into the internet. GXG on platforms you never even heard of. Yeah, I'm on TikTok too, but I'm gonna do something a little bit different on TikTok, and I'm also on Instagram. So here's my content breakdown. Usually my live streams and long form content like this is gonna be on YouTube and Twitch and Facebook. On YouTube, I need to do this, especially for my patrons, to make constructive, concise, skit-filled videos that I used to make. I need to get back on that horse. That horse has been sitting there waiting for me to jump back on it. Okay. On Twitch, mostly when I game and stuff, probably lean more towards Twitch. Of course, I'm gonna stream it on YouTube and Facebook. On Instagram, if you follow me on Instagram, it's more motivational stuff. It's not just doomsday shit that we do here, especially when it comes to politics, because all politics is basically doomsday bullshit at its core for right now. So yeah, that's the politics side would be streamed on everybody. But if you wanted pictures of Enzo, pictures of my vegan food that I eat, me telling you to get up and go for a nice a walk in the afternoon or in the morning, or hit the gym, that's my Instagram. And some pictures of my lifestyle when I go out, I actually get the chance to go and travel, do stuff, then that's the Instagram. So if any of those interest you, and TikTok is going to be more for sketches and funny shit that I'm still cooking up. Okay, so I try to have different little things for different people, and then people who are on my Patreon going to get everything plus more. And also there's probably going to be a podcast that's coming out soon. So look forward to that too. If you enjoy this type of shit, that's going to be more of shoot the shit. I do really well bouncing off others, and CB is an amazing person. He's way more well versed in read literature than I am, so that'll be funny. The dynamic of basically a structuralist / improvist, whatever, next to an extremely intelligent, well-read person who's also funny. I'm so fucking angry about another Sandy Hook, man. Oh yeah, be upset. That shows you still have empathy in this fucking country. Throw a TikTok, do live, throw a TV plus Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. That would be fucking huge to get the influence and messages out there. Oh yeah. There's other platforms that I need to look and research on it too, but I'm trying to concentrate on these five. Wait. Well, 6 platforms. Grow a bit more and then do it. It's up to 19 kids now? Yeah, it is. It is. MTF. That shit ruined my goddamn day. At this point in this country, we have to. We're unfortunately used to it. We're used to it for some fucking reason. Jesus Christ. Check the runoff results. All right. Who we going on the booth for? All right. Who we're looking at in the booth for? What's going on here? What's going on here? This is the Texas primary results. What's going on here? Democratic Party. Wait, what the fuck's going on with the Republicans? Holy shit. Huh? Bro, what's going on here? Who? I know we're rooting for the shit show, but what's going on? So as a conservative Democrat? What the fuck is that? Oh, isn't that just a Democrat? Want Castillo to win in that, but she's down. I don't know. I'm so lost. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm lost here. Districts. Gotcha. Shit, it might be time for me to call it. Wait, what? Wait, what? Oh, O'Rourke won governor race? Okay. Now looking at that. Let's see. I appreciate it. I hope you can come back streaming. You have a wonderful night. I'll have Trump sign you off. I'll send you off.
May Allah awaken the people and help them to see the evil doings of Israel and the United States.
What the fuck is wrong with me? I can't read any of this shit. I'm just like wearing glasses, but I feel blind. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm too much of a moron. I'm way too much of a fucking idiot. Yeah, I'm saying it. What's up, Peach? Progressive lefty? Fuck them. Just fell out my fucking chair. Also, the AG was in a runoff, Attorney General. But these are just the primaries, right? These are just the primaries. Those were just the primaries. Incumbent Ken Paxton, who actually has an indictment against him, versus George P. Bush, Jeb's son. Wait, a Bush is running again? Please clap. Please subscribe. I got you. All right, sorry. It makes sense now. It makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense now. Makes complete sense. Makes complete sense. Was Trump endorsed and smoked Bush? Huh? Sometimes we'll go nowhere. His buddies and pals. Good God, I would hate to be the person. Blue or red, you gonna end up the victim. You'll end up the victim.
You're a victim. There we go, CSI.
You're a victim. Blue or red, you're still a victim. Don't matter. Was that loud enough for you to get it? Was that loud enough for you to get it? So it was at 24K, but now it's at 22K. They took 2K votes already. Yeah, those are illegals. You know that. You know those are illegals who voted. Come on now. So you gotta stop the illegals from voting, man. Too much votes to count. You know what I'm saying? Too much to count. You know I'm joking. I think. I'm starting to get my groove back in doing this streaming shit. Starting to get my groove back. Oh man. We're at 246 doing this shit. Oh shit. Excuse me. I think the coffee crash is coming. Oh. You have been banned from Trovo. Damn. No, I'm just joking. I'll deal with it later. All right. And that concludes the political black pill. I am going to switch over to just chatting. And I'm just going to relax for a few. And we can sign off. Fuck politics. Jesus Christ, fuck politics. Ugh. What a disgusting topic. How the fuck did we even invent it? Duh. In lighter news, with the 301 going into the replicator. The Apex. Why are all the political talks dumb as fuck on here? I don't know. I have no idea. Mine's just equally as stupid. You could always watch Fortnite streams. You know? Just watch like a Fortnite or a Minecraft streamer and just cross your fingers and hope that's not the next the next major scandal is, and then dealing with kids again. God, I just want to play video games. Jesus Christ, Hillary Duff.
Wowzers.
Sorry, I got distracted. I saw a picture on Twitter, and holy shit. Throwing the gates, throwing boats away from. It's just Nero's. It's a new issue every day, and just talk about it. Does anyone have an actual plan to change the world? No.
Nope.
Not at all. No one has a plan to change the world. Well, actually, many people do, but their voices are never amplified. It's always like that. The voices that basically numbs you to the issues that's going on. That's always amplified because they don't want you to be woke, is the term used constantly, and now maybe just throw into the dumpster fire. Enlightened. They don't want you to be enlightened enough to know that it's all mind-numbingly stupid. That's why I called it the political black pill, because let's face it, you need to check out from this shit. Check out, cash out. Y'all wanna know what y'all wanna know what I'm looking at? Y'all wanna know what I was looking at? You know what? I don't care. Y'all wanna know what I was looking at? Good God Almighty. All right, there. You got a glimpse into what had me frozen for a while. Yeah. I'm simple. I'm a simple man.
The next 3 hours is your chance to participate in a discussion with author and theoretical physicist Michi. The host of radio and television science programs will spend 3 hours discussing his books on the vision of Albert Einstein, the fundamental forces of science fiction phenomena. The co-founder of string field theory has authored or co-authored more than a half dozen books.
I'm gonna have to watch this. I gotta listen to this later. It sounds very interesting. Michio Kaku states, the best minds are not going to hard sciences, but Wall Street, where they implode the economy. Isn't that fucking true? Isn't that fucking true? I just saw like a still image of me on YouTube, and I'm like, holy shit, that is an ugly pose. Protect People's Wars, eternal glory to Abian Guzman, Cash Burner, knows. He is Chairman Gonzalo's finest soldier. Fuck. All right. Let's see what we got going on here. Let's see what we got. Bruh. What the fuck is this shit? Ew. Anyways, maybe they sit here and bore you guys and we just basically blankly staring at Reddit. Or I should be speaking to you guys. All right. Where are you at? Speech. I've been speaking for almost 3 hours straight. And out of those 3 hours, 1 follower. So yeah, we're winning here. Hey, I'll take 1, you know? Where the fuck are you at? There you are. Anyways, guys. Folks. Y'all know what time it is. It's time to wrap this shit up. My name is JXD. I hope you enjoyed this broadcast. This broadcast is called The Political Black Pill Chapter 2. I was going to call it 1.5, but Chapter 2 is appropriate since we actually got into the topic. How they're basically using your children for political points. The political black pill is not for you to be an ultimate nihilist and basically, you know, hoping for the doom and gloom of being an accelerationist of this, the ultimate demise of what's going, ultimate demise of this country. But I'm just gonna fucking say it. It's for you to actually just take a step back, pop over the cone one, pull up your lawn chair, and watch the dumpster fire. I hold no positions or identifications that ostracize most people in America, and I hope you can enlighten yourself to do the same. I don't have the end-all be-all solutions. Sometimes I stumble. Sometimes my rants don't lead into the perfect conclusion. So they're a perfect little bow. But the fact that you tuned in, the fact that you listened through, the fact that the people are going to watch afterwards who do, I appreciate you. If you want, you know what to do already. You've heard everyone said it before. If you like what you like here, listen to, want to support it, do what you got to do. Okay? I appreciate you guys. So, as in every broadcast, every stream, every podcast, I'll leave you with a positive message. That message is, even though we are in a time of utter chaos, time in which the children in your neighborhood and your family are disappearing around you from the utter destructive culture we have in this country. Just the fact that you fight little by little, as much as you can, even the smallest amount of effort you do to make any child's life better and your own, you are doing right by this country. And you deserve all the love and admiration for it. You should not be forgotten. You should not feel if your place is, you have no place. You're always welcome here at the Guild Hall. All right? We'll welcome you with open arms. Not unless you're a fucking fascist. You can get the fuck out. Don't care what happens to you. And with that being said, as always, stay classy. Bye, Uncle. Yeah, I hope they don't copyright this shit too, by the way. All my streams have been copyrighted and it's been pissing me the fuck off. So let's just cross our fingers and my fucking stream doesn't get copyrighted again. Good God almighty, YouTube. Anything to keep monetization from the black man, right?
spend a lot of time, thinking about all the shit I could have done. I mean, I wake up in the morning and I think I could have been the motherfucking president. Shit. Nigga, I wish things had been different. I mean, I'd do anything in the motherfucking world just for things to be different. I guess I'm just gonna be raping niggas' asses for the rest of my motherfucking life.